Okay, hey everybody, this is Kim Larson here with her friend Kelly,
Hi.
and, and we're going to talk about intermittent fasting. So if you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it is a time period where you don't eat. So normally that is during your sleeping hours and a little bit beyond. And there's different ways to do it. There's different time frames to do it. But Kelly started this April 15th, so it's been a little over a month that she's been doing intermittent fasting. So I was going to ask her some questions. Neither one of us are professionals at this. Kelly, why did you start this? How did you learn about it?
I started because my doctor told me that I needed to lose some weight, and he suggested either having surgery, and that was not an option for me. And I started doing the Elevate coffee and was enjoying that. And I can't do keto because my husband has a lot of food allergies, so that doesn't work in our family. And paleo was really the only thing that really did. Meats and vegetables worked for us. But I had to do something else that would work, and this was something that I could stick to. So I eat from 12 to 8. Those are my time periods that I'm allowed to eat. When I'm at work, I don't actually eat until 1:30. So I actually probably go longer than what they recommend for women, just because that's when I have my lunch. Now, I could eat something at 12 if I wanted a snack or something, but now that I've been
Oops.
doing it for so long, my stomach has gotten used to smaller portion sizes, and I have about an hour from like 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to eat. But then I usually have like some hot tea, or I drink tons and tons of water, and that gets me through that period, and I'm okay until I eat something. So,
Right. It's really interesting, is it? Because probably like me, you were brought up to believe or told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right?
yep,
So it is really, um, it's just a little disconcerting, really, if you think about
right.
it. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Uh,
and now I do my Elevate coffee. I do that in the morning. So I have that with a little bit of almond milk and take whatever vitamins I'm going to take. So that's kind of breakfast, if you will. It's something in my stomach. Something that has a little bit of flavor to it. So that helps
Whoops, you're kind of breaking
for
up.
a day. So lots of little things that I'm throwing in there in terms of eating, the fasting, the coffee, and then working out. So I think
Right.
I'm about 17 pounds since the 15th of April.
Woo, good for you.
But a lot of that is because I quit drinking sweet tea. So
Yeah,
I was that person that had a sweet tea in her hand 24/7, from the moment I woke up until I went to bed. So I think not having that has certainly helped. The
absolutely.
inflammation in my feet has gone down. My knees don't. So huge differences with that.
Oh, absolutely. Those
Yes.
sweet teas are dangerous for your health.
Yes. I miss it, but
Right. So it is one thing that I learned is even though you're intermittent fasting, you can still have a coffee in the morning, is what I've read. So,
hmm
and that's why it's kind of good to have the Elevate Happy coffee, because that actually fills you up and sustains you through that 12 or 1:30 time that you have to go through. Um,
yes.
and it's funny because for me, um, I was kind of doing it and not even realize I was doing intermittent fasting.
Right.
So it just came naturally. I would drink the coffee and I wouldn't have anything until lunch. And then we have dinner at 7 o'clock, and then I didn't eat anything after that because
Right.
I didn't have those cravings anymore. So it just worked out really well. I think that's an interesting benefit of using the coffee, drinking the coffee, for sure. So, do you know through your research, besides weight loss, any other benefits of intermittent fasting?
It does help to regulate your blood sugar, from what I've been able to see. And one of the things that I've noticed is that I don't crave sweets anymore. I was big time into that, but now that I do my, my lunch and then my dinner, like you said, I'm good to go. But I was a huge sweet eater before, so um, that's been a big help. But other than that, I was looking online and all the little feeds that come up on Facebook about try this and try that. And I thought, after I got the news from my doctor, what am I going to do that's going to work for me? And literally the same day, intermittent fasting came up, and I thought, well,
Ah,
that's something I could do, because I can just not eat anything.
right.
Um, and it helps me. I mean, it's definitely helped a tremendous amount for what I'm doing. There's still more that I need to learn. And I'm trying to do clean eating. I don't do fried foods, or I will occasionally have something sweet, but I don't crave it like I did before. And I don't know if that's because of the intermittent fasting or if it's because of the coffee. But it's probably a good combination of both,
Right.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, after dinner, I I only like chocolate like with something like peanut butter or almonds or something like that. So we buy those little bite-sized Hershey dark chocolate with almonds.
Mm-hmm.
We both have one of those little bite-sized ones after dinner, and that's the only sweet I have. And honestly, I eat it, and I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Hmm.
I do crave something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat it if I do. But like tonight, we went out for dinner tonight, and we had Mexican, and I had a little bit of chips and salsa and a few dips of the cheese, and then a salad, and was completely fine with that. But I've definitely noticed that the portion sizes have gone down. And I think that's just because the stomach is smaller, because
Hmm.
I'm, not eating as much, or as often. So I think that that's been a big help too.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Link and I, after drinking the coffee, we started sharing dinners when we go out because we were wasting so much stuff. We weren't finishing our meals. So now we share dinner as long as you're compatible with sharing dinners.
Yes,
some people,
yes,
some people aren't, right?
yes,
Um, and I mean, it saves a whole heck of a lot of money. It's crazy.
yes, yes.
Then another thing we notice is with do you all like drink wine or have a drink at night or anything?
I don't drink. I haven't had any
Okay.
alcohol in 10 years. I
Oh,
quit 2
awesome.
years ago. So, but
Good.
as a result of that, I substituted sweets.
Gotcha.
And that's, yeah. So for me to kick the sweet part of it has been a huge thing. And the only way I think I did it was when we went to Cancun. I thought, okay, there's sweet tea there that I want to drink. This is a good time not to have any. So I had 4 days of none. I had a headache every day I was there, but it kind of got me with that little hump. And when I came back, I was like, okay, I'm done. And that was the 15th of April. So,
Right. I bet
hey,
you did have a headache. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. I
Amazing.
had a few of the virgin strawberry daiquiris that had a little bit of sugar, but it didn't have the caffeine in it. So it was that two of the combinations, I think the caffeine gave me the lack of gave me the headache for me.
Gotcha. Yeah. So do you have any advice for anybody who's thinking about starting this?
Just do it. I mean, I just literally just plunged into it and just did it. I didn't think about it. I just said, okay, I'm not going to eat between the hours after 8 and before 12. And I think for other people, they can some dietary things, like if you wanted to do it on a keto style when you do that. I don't know if those two would work together. I don't know enough about keto. My husband can't do dairy or soy or gluten or rice, and he has a whole laundry list of things he can't eat. So that doesn't work for us, because I was going to go that route, but I'm like, I'm not cooking two separate meals, one
Right.
for him and one for me. So we'll just do meats and vegetables and fruits.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just say, to me, it's so easy. That's the reason that I started, because it was just an easy thing to do. And now that I've been on it for over a month, it's like, even when I get up and I work out in the morning before I go to work, I can still get through, even from burning calories, I can still get through to that 1/3 time period, and I'm okay. So, and I think a big part of that is from the coffee. That makes a big difference.
I totally agree. I try to drink my coffee before I go work out because it gives me that boost. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still have some research I need to do on it to find out if there's other things that I can be doing. But the biggest thing that I read so far was just, for women, I think it was 14 hours, and men was 16 to 17 hours of fasting. Like I said, for me, because of when I go to work, I have to eat it. My lunch period is 1:30. So mine goes 17 and a half hours.
Okay.
16 and a half hours. So it's a little longer than what they recommend. But I found that if I'm really hungry and I can't make it through that time period, that I'll just have 4 or 5 almonds just to push me through until I can actually sit down. And actually what I started doing was, in the mornings I would have, when I ate breakfast, I would have yogurt with flaxseed and fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's what I have for lunch. So I've just switched from my breakfast. So I'm still eating something that's healthy. And then usually I come home and cook dinner. So it's keeping the same healthy habits that I was doing before. It's just only doing it during that time frame. Right. And I think for people, it's finding what's best for you. Some people, it might be breakfast until 4 o'clock in the afternoon and then they're done. This just happens to work with my lifestyle. So that's why I picked that time frame.
Right. That's a very good point. Everybody has to do what's best for them. I mean, so many people try to follow these different types of diets and they just don't work for you. So like, I'm a proponent of the whole keto low carb thing, but I also like to eat some rice every once in a while. Mm-hmm. And brown rice, mm-hmm. If you're going to eat rice, eat brown rice. That's really the only kind of rice you should eat every once in a while is not unhealthy for you. So you really have to do what works best for you, for sure. And there's so many different things, and it's so confusing out there. Right?
Well, that's why I thought this wasn't so much a diet as it was just a lifestyle of how to eat. Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not dieting as much as I'm just eating during certain time frames. So that's why, to me, it was like, this is a no-brainer, and it was super easy to do, and I've stuck to it for, and I can continue. Even on the weekends, I still don't eat. We used to go out for brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, or around 11 or so, but now I'm like, I can't do that anymore, just because I really want to stick to it. I don't want to get off.
Right. So you made your doctor said you got to do this. So you made the decision. Boom, I'm doing it, and you're sticking to it. I mean, I
was very upfront with him. I said, hey, I'm in menopause and I have a hypothyroid. Well, that causes weight gain to begin with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he looked at me and said, well, if that's the case, then you need gastric bypass surgery.
Right.
This weight, because of the health condition. I'm like,
no
surgery.
No.
I can do this. I just have to figure out what's going to work for me.
Right. Exactly. Well, kudos to you. That is awesome. I'm excited for you. Happy for you. I can't
Feels good. I mean, it's not a ton of weight, and I've got 59 pounds more I'd like to lose. I'd like to get back to pre-pregnancy weight.
Yeah.
I'm taking it baby steps. I only weigh once a week. I only weigh on Sundays. When I get up, I weigh so that I don't have that added pressure in my head of, and then I'm like, oh, I've had a whole week and I've lost maybe 1 or 2 pounds. Great. We'll just keep pushing for the next.
Yeah. That's a good point too. I think a lot of people get so fixated on that number on the scale that just making it once a week, I think, is a much better option.
Yeah. And I can feel it. I can see it in my face. I can feel it in my clothes.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, once I'm down, I'll treat myself to some new clothes. So little rewards along the way.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you doing this and sharing the story with everybody. Everybody needs to hear what, what's working for other people, and maybe it would help them and be inspired to do so. So thanks, Kelly. I appreciate you. I got to stop in and see you.
Yes, and I got to order some more coffee.
Yeah. All right, you can have that.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks again. Have a good
You're
night.
welcome. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.